Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome back to Foundation. Our town is looking pretty nice. Between episodes I did a little bit of fixing up, like putting a market down in the original area. We'll call this Old Town. I put another butchery in down on this side as well. There seems to be enough accommodation here at the moment, so that's not really a problem. And this butchery is fairly close to where we are getting our hogs at the moment, which is in this area. The others are pretty far away from here, so maybe that'll help us with our meat. But this is going to be a little bit of a shorter one. Work has got on top of me, but there are some things that I'd like to achieve today, including 500 population. And I've also found a way to sort out a few bits and pieces like the tax man that won't get to the mines. That is an actual bug, which I believe is being sorted out. But we do need to start heading out in this direction so that we can get access to these two huge stone piles with lots of resources in them. Lots of trees around here for wood as well. And we'll decide where we're going to have all the new residential, most likely coming into this area, but it may not be enough. And of course, all the castle and monastery stuff. Lots to do, so let's get stuck in. Alright, I'm going to unpause the game. I have 4 people here. I have a population of 497. I reckon this is going to get us across the line, and there we go. Population of 500. And everything's pretty stable. We have food, obviously just battling with meat, but everything else seems to be okay. We're starting to build up a bit of polished stone again. Planks are looking okay. I'm going to need more storage for those. And maybe I will add some planks into this one. There we go. We aren't really having a problem with wood. I just got the achievement for making tools, which is quite weird because I made tools a long time ago. So let's go and have a look at what we've been doing. I have a person that I can put in the mess hall. Oh wow, it needs transporters. These guys eat rustic food, so I'll give them berries. And we'll give them fish as well. This is the mess hall for the military guys. And I don't know if, yeah, let's give them bread. Thank you for your service, chaps. Anyway, I probably need to do more vegetable gardens and maybe a little bit more vineyard, but that we can work on in another area. This area is getting pretty full now. So I've set an area over here to have the wood cut. I'm starting to think that maybe I should, let's just have a look at it. Yeah, just to sort of open this path up a little bit more. Thinking maybe I should do some resource removal as well so we can see where we're going. Alright, so that's done. So let's have a look at some of the issues that we've been having. First of all, let's have a look at our logs and see when the last time was that we had. Yeah, it was a while back that we had Birchhold couldn't reach the gold deposit this time, so it wasn't only the quartz deposit. So what I've done is I've gone into the taxation and I have disabled the taxes on 3 items, the mines, the windmills, and the churches. And the reason for that is every time you remove one of these, it actually increases your cap on labor by 5. And I needed to get up to 50, so I could save 50 to get these items, these last 3 items. After that, I can tax the heck out of everyone. But in the meantime, yeah, I'd like to get up to 50. So we are building up to that. And thank you very much for the person who gave the tip about increasing the cap by removing those taxing things. As you can see, we're not overtaxing people, so they're not terribly unhappy about tax. But I'm also going to have to start working on getting the kingdom and clergy splendor up a little bit to the 300 so that we can access these last bits. In the meantime, I have 30. That's not enough. I need 35 for these. All right, well, I'm going to keep going through them. Right now, clergy influence is just being wasted. I have nowhere to really use it except mandates. And I don't think there are any really good mandates that are going to help us. So I can improve the Northbury trade route. That'll take 100 bread, which I can afford. Maybe I'll do that one. Yeah, but that doesn't solve my problem on the clergy influence. It just reduces the amount of bread. I'll come back to it. Same option with the royal side of things. And I am getting influence for the labor estate, and that should give me 10 labor influence, which will get me to the 50 over here. In the meantime, people are generally happy. There's not a lot of bad stuff going on. Everything is stable. We have a clergy guy here. Monastery is open to all, of course. And we have some more people coming in. So we have only 2 unemployed right now. And I have plenty of money coming in. So let's get some territory. And I am going to go immediately with this one. This is the long one that goes in between these 2. That'll give me some direction. So I'm going to grab that one. This has got gold and stone. Now, stone is a bit of a problem for me because I need a lot of polished stone for building and all the other stuff. So I'm going to grab this one and we can make some money off selling gold as well. And maybe set up that jewelry thing because over time I have accumulated 121 gems. That's pretty good. It's another luxury that we can sell our people or make money off selling. And it appears that I have this one. Good. And then probably these two will be next. But now that we own these and we have a route to get to this, I'm going to start building. I don't believe I'm building anything else right now. But that does mean that we are going to need to sort out some kind of a city center. We're going to need to address all their needs. We're going to need a tax office where we'll need a church for service. We'll need a market for all their needs. Right now, it's only going to be serfs, but we will bring manufacturing in here as well. Oh, just one more thing. Before I move on to that, down over in this area, I can put someone in here now. There are all these add-ons to the stonemason hut that I completely didn't even notice. Apparently the same for the sawmill. If you have a look at the original stonemason hut, it takes one person. Now there are these little bits and pieces that go onto it. The tooling desk adds another worker. The tooling table adds another worker. This little tent adds another 2 workers. So there are a lot of things that you can build and you can add on and make a stonemason's hut pretty good. I never knew that before. I don't know if that's going to have a really good impact on my polished stone production. Seems to be going okay now, but that means that I can actually get rid of this one because I don't need it anymore. And 1 will suffice because it has a lot of people in. And all of these people should be upgraded to commoners. Right now, I have a commoner somewhere in here. There's one. Let's make that person one. I think their needs on this side are being met, so we'll hold thumbs and hope. That should make it a little bit more efficient. We've got another couple of people here. We're going to need to collect a few of those for what we plan on doing. Anyway, let's get back out here. So we need stone. So we click on it and we open up and we go, right, quarry. There's 1 and there's 1 and we're going to need the cranes as well. So we'll grab 2 of those. I'm going to destroy some berry bushes and we're actually going to also collect berries as well. What I would like to do is soon get this one as well because there are fish here so we can fish. That will boost our fish production. And we're also going to need to check out the potential of maybe in this area having a look at the boars. There are a few, so we could do that as well. Can we get those pieces? Yes, we can. It's all going to get very expensive on the territory upkeep. Anyway, so those 2 are done. I'm going to have to figure out how this is all going to work, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear the brush. Let's just do resource removal right through to here. And that way we'll be able to see everything that we're doing. And as we expand, we'll clear more. But the builders have to do this, and the builders have work already. What I may do, because there's less building work happening... you know what? There's usually going to be a lot of building. I've still got to finish the castle. There's going to be a lot. So I'm going to leave both of these builders' camps over here. And I'm going to take this builders' camp that was servicing the farms. And I'm going to move that over this way. And we'll put it down right next to where we are building our mines, our quarries. Apply those changes. People will be unhappy. I'm going to start, I think, in this area over here with some housing. These guys I'll place close, and I'm going to do a bit of a grid, just like that. Just for now, those will be the housing spots for these people. The hospitum seems to be an issue. Although, you do get this error from time to time. They are 100% happy. They were obviously just... They tend to wander around, and then they get themselves all tired, and then they complain that they don't have access to the hospitum, and then they go there and they get themselves fixed up. So these people over here, I think the problem might be that I have merchants who are very happy, and they are staying at the hospitum. I have too many people coming in to visit, so that might be the problem. Now, I'll keep an eye on that. Didn't realize that the traveling merchants used the hospitum as well. May need another one. And the villager path blocked again. Oh my gosh. These tax people are still trying to get to the gold deposit, even though there is the taxes are turned off for the quarries, for the mining. So yeah, just accept it. It'll get fixed. Alright, so I'm going to speed this up and let these build. And I'm going to try and be responsible and not have 300 building projects going on at the same time. Oh, hello. In the meantime, we're still buying in cheese because I don't have enough. Now, I have identified an area, and that would be this area over here. It's nice and open, and we'll get here eventually to be able to make a much bigger dairy farm and cheese making setup. And depending on our population, maybe bringing in more bread, but I think we're good on bread for a fairly long time. All right, looks like we've got 0 days left with the merchants, and they're at 92%. As soon as they leave, there'll be space in the hospitum for the monks who have 18 days to get happy. There we go. Negotiation succeeded. And I see we're up to 60 clergy influence. Oh, good. We've got 50 labor influence. Let's see what we can do with that. So there's more taxes, which aren't important to me now because I'm not going to be doing anything with them. So let's unlock the belfry. Now, this is just a building to make people happy. Let's have a look at it because I've got a couple of spots that I could put it. And I think it's supposed to go onto the market. So let's grab our market. We'll make these people around here really happy. Let's have a look at it. There it is. It needs a bell tower and interior access. So there's the city belfry. It's not too big. I could squeeze it in over here. Might do one over this side as well. It does appear to give light fortification as well. So we'll put that in there. I'm not going to increase the height. I don't want to add too many costs. And we'll put a door on it. Let's see. On this side. Is that the only door that I have? It is. Oh, unless I use that one. That's a bit big. Build all. I'm starting to do what I said I wouldn't do. We have all the stuff that we need for this. That's fine. I forgot to, oh my word, I forgot to apply the changes. I've been sitting here waiting for this to build and nothing's been happening. So if you see like a ghost building, that means that you haven't actually committed the changes. I'm going to pause this one for a second. I'm not sure if I've made some kind of a faux pas here. Let's just have a quick look at this belfry again. If I can add another belfry, can I put it into... I can put it into the market. Does that cover its needs? It does. And I don't need a door. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to do this one rather. We'll build that, and this one we can... Yeah, this one we can remove. Yeah, that's good. And we've got another successful mission. Oh, that's our military guys. They're coming back. Cool. And the other one. This market is doing very well. Fish is a problem for them. Although they do have some fish in their stalls, they don't have any in storage. That's fine. Also, I need to put more people in here. I'm using up people quite rapidly. The reason for that is because my herb garden was suffering because there's actually a heck of a lot of space for people and I just didn't put enough people in. Yeah, I'm going to have to fill this up and it's still not quite going to be enough, but it will increase the herb output. So we have our little housing estate over here, a tiny little one, and maybe I will paint another one in. And I was told that you could just put up fencing. And that will give you your light fortification cover. The problem is, it doesn't give you a patrol cover. So unless there's another way to get patrol cover other than building the tower, the manor house, what is this called? The watch post. There's another way that you can get patrolling done without doing the watch post. I'd like to know. But yes, you can put a fence around and that will give you light fortification, but it won't give you a patrol cover. So I could build the watchtower for this area and give it a little bit of height to spread it out. And not put a watchman in, and rather fence it. But if I put a watchman in, it does the same thing. As far as I can tell, you actually get the fortification coverage without having a watchman allocated at all. So yeah, I don't know. It's up to you how you want to play it. And I'm not going to start building the stonemason's hut just yet. I'll wait until all this other stuff is built. But keep grabbing immigrants. Awesome. Looks like we have a scroll incoming. All right, these guys... A month as our guest is certainly going to convince him. I get 500. You know, I don't know if I want to bother with that. Housing the steward for 28 days. New edict or privilege unlocked, which really doesn't help me because I've already unlocked them, I think. What the heck. So let's see if we can get... What's the most important to me? I think probably the clergy side. Let's see if we can quickly boost the clergy up to 300. We're at 160 at the moment. Boy, it's going to take a lot. But we can throw things in here. Monument decorations, no. Estate decorations, no. We'll grab... I do like these cypress trees. They work pretty nicely. Too far from what? From the cloister? I don't want to upgrade the cloister. I want to do the whole monastery. So, there we are. And this is still too far. Good lord, I could make them all the way out there, but I can't make them over here. Weird. Alright, well, let's find a building that's closer. Maybe the hospital. That's on this side. We'll make a bit of a forest of these. And just dump a whole bunch in. I don't think they use builders. They are just there once you've put them in. And we'll circle this out. I have no idea. What have I got? 69? That's not going to be enough. This is costing me money, but I have a fair bit. So, not too concerned. We're at 96, 102. We need 140, I think. This is just the easiest way to do it. And now that I've built out from here, it seems to be allowing me to go further. And this will be the... Oh, no, I need one more. I'll just shove it in over here. That is 141. It's going to cost me 2,000 gold. I'm going to get 141 splendor, which should be enough. and apply the changes. Oh my word, too short. I don't know how I miscalculated. My maths, man. So one more will do it. There we go. Clergy level 5 reached, and it was as easy as that. And I have enough to unlock the Abbey, and it's done. So, in my new area that I'm working, I want to build the Abbey, and I don't know if I can build it that far away. So it'll be basically a new monastery, and that's the, oh wow, look at that, some nice parts. And one of the Steam achievements is to build one that has a splendor of 100. Yeah, we'll get there. These people will need service, so that will be their service. This is half finished. I can already start putting people in here, so we'll do that. I'm going to need storage out here as well. Let's give a warehouse. And we'll put that far enough out of the way that it's not going to cause space problems later. We're going to store the stone here and the polished stone. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the timber in this area or somewhere else, but the stone and polished stone will definitely need a place to live. And I can already put transporters in. So I'll start with 2. Let's make sure I'm not missing any people. No, not at the moment. Here comes someone now. And we'll welcome this person. And this is now finished, so I can put in a patroller. If I click on this, it has light fortification without having a watchman. So just the tower is enough. But I do have to have patrolling. So we will cover the areas that need to be covered. And whenever something comes in here, that will be covered too, hopefully. I'm not sure if I need to connect those together. They just need to know that they need to go there. And then I'm going to just do some housekeeping here by making sure that these people do not walk up this cliff. There's absolutely no reason for this. You can definitely walk around. Alright, this place is being cleared out quite nicely. They are going to need a place to get food very, very soon. Because right now they're having to go all the way into town, which is not ideal, and I would be unhappy too. But I know that this area is going to grow quite large, so I don't want to go and put individual little stalls in. Oh, good. That one's covered by the patroller. Excellent. And then I'll bring in some heavy fortification just to make sure that there are a lot of people here, because right now these will upgrade to hold 6 people. I want them to each hold 10. That would be 40 people in this area. And grab the new person. Things are starting to grow now. That's excellent. I have decided that I'm going to buy another territory. It will be this territory over here, and this will be purely for gathering berries and for fishing, which means that we're also going to need to have a granary over here, but I'm going to start with a couple of gathering huts. Actually, no, I'm just going to start with 1 for now. That will go in over here. I'll have it come out that way. So we'll build that, and then a fishing one as well. There's our fishing dock, and we'll throw that in over here. I'm just trying to get all the basic needs addressed. Hang on, where have I got this? There we go, right there. And we'll set that to build. Now that'll be a few people, and I need to just upgrade this little community over here so that they are getting the full coverage. So a city watchtower, and this is going to cover a fairly large area, so maybe not here. Let's see if we can position it so that it covers a couple of blocks. Yep, those are pretty well covered, and we'll build that. Now the things that we're going to need over here are wood, plank, stone, polished stone mainly, and then tools. Now tools we'll get to because there's iron over here, so that's not a problem. I will have to decide where I'm going to put my tree cutting without disturbing my meat production too much, although meat is looking very strong at the moment. I think maybe it's because I added that extra butchery. That's just pushed it up. So maybe I don't need meat production here, but I'm certainly going to need a market, or these people are going to become very unhappy. Right now they are happy. They're all serfs, so they seem to be getting a refined food of sorts. So I'm not too concerned, but later on we're going to need to upgrade people. And we're definitely going to need to get the church. And also, before I forget, there's supposed to be a church over here as well. I put a treasury in this area, but there does need to be a church over here. These people are getting service. They are getting service because a lot of them are going up the hill to the monastery, which gives service. That attendance is starting to fill up. The other 2 are already very full. So yeah, definitely going to need another church out here. And this is where that big abbey will be. But I'm going to plan it out properly so that it's fairly centralized. Looks like I could put a little bit more housing down here. Don't know if I want to. Maybe it'll be low density. I won't have all the coverage because it'll be really for the serfs that are operating. Oh, there we go. We can put people in here and someone into the fishing. And we've got another immigrant on their way, so that's fine. Oh, something at the market. Oh, happiness. A splendid city belfry now graces the village horizon. It spells charming proudly. This impressive structure embellishes the village's grandeur and marks a new chapter in its history. Very well. Oh, there we go. We have a belfry. And it does look much better if it's in the market. Although, maybe I could have made it higher so that the windows don't clip into the roof. All right, something new to bear in mind. Warehouse is done. So first resource will be stone. Second resource will be polished stone. And that is what we're going to address now that everything else is built. So we will grab the stonemason's hut. And I'm going to put that right around here, leaving lots of space for all the expansions it's going to have. So let's build that. Now, we'll add an extension onto this warehouse soon enough because there will be other things that need to be stored. I do also need a granary, so I'll grab one of those. The granary can go a little closer to the town. So for now, I'm going to put that over here and just make sure it lines up with the road. So right there, a little bit of a turn. All right, that's good. And obviously other things will come in here as well. So let's build that. It won't only be what we're collecting here, it'll be the spillover from all the other food places. And our city watchtower is done. Strangely, the city watchtower needs light fortification. That's so weird. I might need to move it. Let's get that overlay up so we can see what we're doing. Inviting the Celestial. Now that your city has everything it needs to stand on its own, the elders believe it's time to earn the approval of the realm's most esteemed legislator. They suggest inviting the Celestial, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, to stay for a few weeks and ensure he feels welcome and comfortable in your city. Alright, fine. I don't know what benefit I get from that. There's nowhere that I'm going to want to move this to, honestly. No, I'm not going to move it. I'm going to have to build a darn watchtower. Alright, we'll get a watchman once I've got more people in. There's somebody at the church. Herbs, 75, 50 herbs. How am I doing on herbs? Yeah, herbs are picking up a little bit. Not enough, but they're picking up. No, can't spare anything at the moment. Don't need your influence either. Okay, let's take care of this light fortification for the heavy fortification building. Seems very counterintuitive. Yeah, it seems very strange that we would need a little watchtower to watch a big watchtower. Yeah, we're going to need the light fortification in this area anyway. So let's see if I can... How far can I go? About there, maybe? And just in time we get another couple of people. And welcome, folks. All right, well, the density's all picking up, so there will be a lot of space over here. Then we can do some more in this area. Right now, I need to throw one of the watchmen in here so that they can man this place. And I need another watchman for our new little tower. And it's saying that these places are all downgrading. I have no idea why. Maybe it's just because the person isn't in that tower yet. So that will happen. And of course, something that's going to be very important is this place needs water. And someone did mention wells. I do have wells dotted around, but it's never a bad thing to have extra wells. So I will put one over here and build it. Okay, a lot of building going on right now. But we do have space now to get a stonemason started. No, we don't, because we don't have a stonemason. Well, if you build it, they will come. Granary, we will accept berries and fish right now. Oh, good. I've got 4 people. Now I'm going to take one of them because I forgot to put somebody in the berry brewer's spot over here. So we'll do that. So just for reference, so you know where this is, it's the tavern at the bottom of the ramp from the monastery. And then if we go across all the way this way, we go past the other little mountain. And we can put somebody into the transporter slot here, get those berries and fish going, and we can get somebody into the stonemason's hut. And if I start beautifying, I'm able to then upgrade this person to a commoner and they can have a better house. But that's where we are with this one, but that will happen a little later. Builder's doing pretty well out here. And obviously you can see the little symbols went away because we have coverage. Awesome. And I have one more person available and I don't really have anywhere else to put them, but let's see. I'll put them in the granary. Let's get that moving a little bit faster. Right now, everyone here is a serf, and the only one that needs to be upgraded right now is the stonemason hut. Now, there will be another one when we get to the sawmill. Not too concerned about that right now, though. I don't want to allocate necessarily more residential, do I? Maybe I do. But I am going to need to buy this piece of land in order to do that. Still got lots of money, still doing fine. Let's get this one. And then, while I'm doing it, might as well get this one as well with the iron deposits. All right, well, here's your answer. Here's the 5th one that I could buy with that privilege that I've got. So let's go down here and have a look at which privilege that is. I think it's the kingdom. For every 5 territories you purchase, you get 1 for free. Well, the answer to the question about the upkeep is no, it doesn't. You don't get free upkeep. You just don't pay the cost of the land, which wasn't that much. Anyway, Well, yeah, I'll just take this piece. And we've got the whole mountain surrounded, and we can start doing more. It's expensive on the upkeep, but I think we will be making enough money to deal with it. So let's carry on with our city block building. I'll do one there and add one a little closer because we've got a watchtower in the way. Give a little space for this and that. Company well attended, good, all sorted. Let's just check our fortification. It's kind of hard to tell where the light fortification covers up to, but it'll let us know eventually. I may need to increase the height of this later. Maybe I'll just put some fencing in. To be honest, I could have done that here instead of building a watchtower. I may go back and change that. And we have polished stone. Oh good, and we built up a nice stock of polished stone as well. And this will expand the amount of polished stone we can store, which will make future constructions, especially on a very large abbey. It'll make that a little bit faster. So let's go and have a look at what the abbey requires. Okay, so it's the building, it's a bell tower and interior access. Now, if we were to choose them, we need marble. I think I have marble in storage. We need iron. So before I even decide to start building this, I'm going to need to set up the iron mines, the sawmills. We have the stone, we have the polished stone. Tools, we'll also need to set up a tool production area over here. I haven't gone big with the tools. I've got a very small tool area and I'm importing tools because at some point we're going to stop or we're going to slow down on building and we won't need as many tools. But I'd still like to make some more anyway. It isn't damaging my income at all. So let's see what we're going to do here. I have an area further out in this direction that I can use for timber. Let's just go, yeah, this area here doesn't have a lot of boar on it. But the boar stuff I'm going to do over here anyway, so I can... No, I don't want to do hunting. What am I thinking? So I can do wood cutting out over here. Actually, maybe even closer to central, because I might want to do a little bit of this processing, the iron processing over here. So that's going to be the wood cutting area. That means we need a wood cutter. Lumber camp, let's see. Now, I don't see the overlay. I think I want to have it closer to here. There's nothing on this side. So let's pop our lumber camp in there and build it, and it's right in the middle of the bush. So that means I can bring this over a little more, and I don't need that much, I don't think. That should be fine, and then I'll get a forester's hut in here as well. So a forester camp, it's not bad industry, so I can pop that in there, and we'll have it point in that direction and build it. And turned around just in time to see new people arriving. I'm going to need a lot more of them. Trees are getting cut down for that. And as soon as the forester camp is done, I can mark the reforestation area, which will be the same area. So if I go with a couple of city blocks, maybe 2, and then have a central area over here where we have the church and the manor house stuff, tax collector and so on, and the market, it should be able to cover a fairly large area. Even if we expand over this way, it should be good. And there is somebody waiting to speak to us. Elders are looking for wheat to help a nearby village. Running low on food. One of their merchants saw your farm. What do they want? They want 250. I've got 300. Yeah, you know, I think I might be able to do that. Yeah, okay. There you go. Give you a little bit of help. Right, woodcutter's camp is ready. So we grab a person, put them in there, and we'll build those numbers up. And the forester's camp can now have a person as well. So as I said, this was going to be a short one. This is how you set up a really basic village extension. I will reforest. Let's get this all squared up. Okay, that's all sorted for reforesting. But yeah, that's how you set up a basic village expansion. Everything that you need. We'll still be doing a sawmill, which will most likely be in this area somewhere. I think they are a polluting industry. Might as well put it down now. And we will give this one a little bit of space as well, just because it also has bits and pieces you can add on to it. Make sure that you don't put the dirty area over your residential area. That will not make them happy. So the expansions for this one can go over here. The expansions for this one can go over here. Then we have an expansion for storage. We have an expansion for the granary, which is not full yet, but soon to be. And now we push forward to 600 villages. And we see how far we can push it before everything collapses. But if you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts on the game, on the playthrough, and any tips that you have would be greatly appreciated. I think I've got this game under control now. There are a lot of little bits and pieces, and it was very different from the original game that I played when I think I last played 3 years ago. So a lot of new stuff in this, and it's fantastic. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, Cheers.